Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is a speaker and author of several books on relationships. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. Be careful who you have sex with. And ladies, this is very important with y'all because, one of the things I'm seeing is a lot of women, embracing that whole, oh, wow, I'm sexually empowered. I can sleep with who I want and all of that. I can do just like men can. Well, first of all, sexually, men and women are different for one basic ass reason. And I'm going to say basic ass reason. We can't have babies. Men cannot have babies. So it affects us in a different way. And then if we start expanding, our sexual organs on the outside while yours are on the inside, all right, it's very different. But then if you want to really get down, let's get down deeper into it. Understand something. A man can have sex with 100 women and he's not really affected emotionally. Let me say that again. He can have sex with 100 women and he's not affected emotionally. There's no change in him. Yes, men we get an ego imprint, but it don't really mess with us if we don't want it to. We can, but we have more of a choice in it. If a woman sleep with 100 men, she could be jacked up. Now, I know some women might hear this and say, no, we can do what we want. No, I'm going to tell you why you're going to get jacked up. Now, remember, for people who follow me a long time, remember I talked about the womb imprint. The womb imprint is the first 2 or 3 men. I usually expand it to 3 because that usually seals it up. But it could be the first 2 men. But the first 2 or 3 men you have sex with, because once you have sex with that man, those men, subconsciously, your subconscious say, oh, this is what you like. Okay, I'm going to make it so you can always attract this man. And then on a subconscious level, whenever you meet a man who represents that imprint, and the imprint is the composite of those first 3 men's physical and mental traits, your body going to say, oh, this one. And subconsciously, you'll be receptive to that man, even if you knew consciously these men were bad. These men are terrible. That's how deep it is. But see, it's even another aspect of it. The imprint is you taking in the energy of every single man you have sex with. And it's deep to the point that I can look at a woman and tell she ain't have good sexual experiences. Because whatever his physical type was, or whatever his mental type, and particularly how he treated her, that's going to affect her. But you see, because understand, let me get a little deep with it. It's an energetic thing. It's an energy. You take in that energy, and then you get used to it, and then your body responds to it. Now, say a woman had sex with 10 men, right? If she had sex with 10 men, but her imprint and then the other 7 men were like good guys, positive individuals, extremely handsome, or, built, like upper class, had money, that's what she always going to go for. But it's a positive thing. Like these guys were positive. She generally going to have a positive life. Like I can look at some women and tell their sex partners have been positive. Because they happy, they going through stuff. It's usually, and I can usually tell it, like I've known women in their 50s. Their 50s, and they just be smiling and everything. He's like, yeah, she's been with some generally good men. Generally good, right, for the most part. But then I've seen women who ain't even in their 50s, they in their 30s, they just look haggard, roughed, and they just, I was like, oh man, she had a bunch of bad guys. Because understand, a woman is like a bowl. A woman is like a bowl, and it's like you pouring water into that bowl. But what if the water is dirty? Or what if the water is poisonous or it's toxic? That's going to affect her, So a lot of women, they might think, oh, hey, I can go have sex with whoever. But trust me, and I've seen this. It could be some women listening to me now. I've seen it. The women be jacked up afterwards. And you can see how they living their life, how they expressing themselves, even how they look physically. Because that's a deep part of the sex thing too. A man can affect how you look physically, you know. And like in my circle, like my circle ain't what's on YouTube. My circle is deeper. We can get into deeper aspects of sex and sexuality as far as healing a woman or changing her. A man can actually physically change a woman. Like if I see a woman and she's kind of glowing, and say the woman is slim, right? Say she real slim. She don't have that big old butt dunk and she flat chested. She can have sex with certain men, and all of a sudden you see her, and all of a sudden it's like boom. All of a sudden she got hips on her now and her breasts are growing out. That's how deep it is. Like a man can actually change you physically. And that's because of the hormones inside of you and the chemicals in there, particularly estrogen. For example, if a woman is like hard charging and she's more in her young energy, more masculine energy, right? And so she got like the tight muscles and, like cuts and everything. She get with the right man, she'll start to smooth out. Because he'll bring out her more yin side, her more feminine side, and she'll bring out the chemicals and the estrogen especially. That's why, like a woman, that estrogen is why women will glow when they have a baby. Because the estrogen kicks into high gear then. And that'll start to spread out her body, like her hips and everything. And it's like, damn, girl, where all that come from? But it was the guy. Like, seriously, a guy can do it. I actually have it. I've actually done it a few times. With some women I've been with. Somebody was looking at them like, there was one woman, her relatives looked at her and they were like, damn, you getting some curves on you. Oh, yeah, y'all doing good. I was like, okay. But that's how deep it is. But see, and that's maybe a good thing from it. You develop a good body, you glowing and everything. But what happens when you dealing with that guy who just used you for sex or got negative intentions for you? And a lot of guys do. And that's what happened with the woman. First of all, too many women get imprinted by the negative guy. That's why in many cultures, they controlled the imprint. They controlled the imprint because they knew what would happen if that woman got imprinted by negative men. So, or especially the first one. Like something real quick, something I would say to women the rare women out there who might have had sex with one man and he was real negative, make it a point for your second man to be the total opposite. Like totally a good guy. Even if you got to go with some guy, purposely go with some guy that you normally wouldn't be attracted to because he's such a nice guy or something like that, or a good spirit, purposely get that second guy to balance that out. Purposely. I'm just saying, that's some real talk. But most women though get with that bad guy or, that rough guy. He ain't necessarily a thug, but, he might be a womanizer, player, or something like that. All right. Then all of a sudden the second guy and then the third guy. And then all of a sudden the woman jacked up for life because she will constantly go for that same type. You got to be careful with it. Now in like Christian communities, they'll call it soul ties. And I know in some New Age communities, they'll say, yeah, you got that person's energy on you. You got to be careful. Y'all can't do like a man do. Y'all really can't. It be, I know some feminist teachers might say, oh, you can do it. Say no, because just by the fact y'all receiving from the man, y'all receiving his energy. Y'all not giving him anything. Y'all giving him some pleasure at best. But he ain't going to take on your energy. That's why a man, he could have sex with 1,000 women and he'll look the same, behave the same, everything. He ain't taking in your energy. He is not taking in your energy. Particularly since many women don't know how to make love to a man's mind. They just there. They just having it. They just receiving that, giving anything. So he definitely ain't taking anything in. So, but you got to be careful. Because that thing, the biggest choice a woman make is who she sleep with. And I've actually met women who slept with some positive men. I know one young lady, she slept with an artist. She was in a relationship with an artist. That was her first dude. Now she makes her money through art. She said she ain't developed the skill till then. Because we were talking about imprints and stuff. She said she ain't developed that skill until she dealt with him. That's how deep it is. I can actually develop skills from that man. But that's more for my deep thought channel, because I get into some deeper metaphysics. But whatever the case, ladies, be careful who you sleep with. Be careful who you sleep with. And I would ask this for guys. I got to get back to this because I'm starting to know there's a lot of guys on here. Hang back on it. Hang back on this one, okay? All right. So anyway, I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.